Hey Gemini, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for August 26, 2024. This is for Gemini. Last shuffle coming out for Gemini. Let's see what's going on, Gemini. We have the healing light and we have milestone. So, what the healing light energy would tell me, oh, this is spirit energy. So, a lot of people around you are going to be like open. They're going to start talking about things that they're healing from. It's a milestone because maybe they didn't talk about it before, right? This is like they're coming in like, I never asked for this, or I never, how like there's things about us that we never share, like uh certain toxic traits that we don't think is toxic at the moment, right? They may be in need, and I mean, when I say they're in need, the thing is funny about needing help. The funny thing about this is that this is an eternal problem. It's an eternal paradox of the human condition. We're always going to need help. I can't remember his name. David Thoreau, is that his name? I can't remember his name anymore. Henry David Thoreau or something like that, right? A famous poet. And I really never dug some of the stuff he wrote because I was a teenager when, we had literature and all that stuff in it. I used to read it and be like, okay. But he wrote something that never like really left me. But he said, no man is an island unto himself. And I used to be like, what does that mean? Pondering this at 13. And it's something that the human condition has a hard time grasping. We prize burnout, and we prize, especially in America, we prize, I did this on my own, I'm my own person, self-made. It's a huge stamp of honor on a person to be like, I built this from the ground up, not really taking into consideration that we need people to be something, right? Everyone does. Everyone does. No one is out here saying they're doing this on their own. No such thing. We are influenced by something. In order to grow, you needed someone else, right? And so I'm seeing a person or people that come around you that are in need. And the milestone is that they realize that they've worried themselves into a frenzy, to the point where um, it's like, because it's almost saying, I always need help. I always need nurturing. And it finally healed myself to know that that's not poverty. Poverty is stressing about it. Poverty is wasting your energy sitting around and analysis paralysis, focusing on it so much. Someone is saying, I realize that I've got to ask for help and receive help in order to live. I give help, and how do I, how am I going to sit here on my behind saying I don't need help, yet you take so much pride in giving help. you know um I'm seeing this energy, and I'm not trying to get on a soapbox. I'm just saying this is what this is saying to me, is that is what it takes to make the world go round. Is that if you're giving it, how can you sit here and say I don't need help? I don't do charity, I don't take charity, I don't take handouts. It's like, but you're handing things out, and how would you feel if someone said that to you, and you're doing this out of the goodness of your heart? Bless one and be a blessing, and also receive blessings and allow others to be blessed for that as well. And so there's something here with the healing light, is that there's going to be spirits coming towards you that are going to want to give back. They're going to want to pay it forward, of like, all that I've been given, I must give. Out of the overflow of what's been given to me, I want to give. And that may also be an energy that you are in as well. There's a giving and receiving that is going to be balanced out, and somehow this is a healing thing, a healing exchange. But it's about balancing something out. And it seems like you were so generous to people. Someone may be wanting to give back to you, and it was like you did it because that's just who you are. The lovers here is Gemini energy. After all, you're showing up in this beautiful energy, and it's like something about what you do and the decisions you make just from out of your heart. Even when you may have not had much, you still gave. Something about that healed a person, and they want to give to you now. Milestone is a Nine of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. The event here is that uh, there's a new or fresh worry or some kind of concern. And the milestone is finally that uh, someone is able to give, or something here. There's something happens, and it's like you may find out that someone was in deep need, and they were afraid to say. It's like a closed mouth doesn't get fed. And so I think someone or the people around you, even you as well, are embodying the spirit of understanding that there is a balance to life, that there's giving and receiving, and we all wear many hats in that. You know what I mean? I think people around you are starting to understand it. They may have had pride. I'm not really sure. It seems like, you know what, I have to say that's a trait that it doesn't have a sign attached to. I think there's so many people out here that are like this, and me and myself included. I used to make jokes and say I could be on fire and I would not ask for water. I stop, drop, and roll and try to put myself out, and then apply ointment to my burns. I wouldn't even tell anybody. I wouldn't even cry out. You wouldn't even know I was on fire unless you smelled it. Like I used to joke. It's not funny, and I realized that is that is a toxic trait. You should always be attempting to get your needs met, your temporal needs met, so that your spirit may soar, and may soar above. Right? If you're wasting your spiritual energy on root chakra, you're never reaching the other ones. You're never aligned. You know what I mean? Didn't understand that until I hit my 30s. I really didn't. So, you know, and a lot of people are going through this. So it looks like the people around you are in this space, but they're also saying that it's very healing to know that you helped people, helped open their eyes, and that they may come back to you and exchange that, or tell you, at least, at the very least, pay it forward by explaining to you how much you have blessed them. New beginnings is the strength card and 6 of Cups. And so there's a new beginning energy with, there's a cycle people are going through, and they may be going through the same thing they went through before, but this time they're doing it differently. This new beginnings is saying this is familiar territory, but now I'm strengthened. Now I have conviction about wanting to tip the scales, balance the scales in the favor of Gemini. For some of you, that's what this is about, all about. Like, somebody wants to give back to you. And it's like, now that's the same, like a familiar thing has come up. It reminds them of you. And they're like, you know what? When I was going through this, Gemini did this, this, and that for me. And now, and they didn't even, and then it seems like whatever you did for someone, you may not have even had. Like, if they were like, I'm hungry, my kids don't have anything to eat, you may have not had any food in your house and you gave them food. And then they came over and saw you only had 2 cans in your pantry. Wow. And they got me food. And now they're like, you know what? I'm back kind of in the same boat. But if I could bless someone like Gemini blessed me, you know, um, they're also saying a closed mouth doesn't get fed to you as well, Gemini. So whoever this is referring to, they may be talking dead about you. And so this loving woman energy is not gender specific, right? It's an energy. So um, you have 6 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. Someone here is almost like they're in, maybe that it's almost like they're in a good place. It's like they're in a good place. They may be assuming something. This is also someone who doesn't care about the past. They're like, forget the past. They want to create a different world or a new way. They want to move forward in a new direction. But they're not interested in the past anymore. They're just saying, this is a person who's saying, um, they want to, like, I won't say balance things more per se, but they want things to either they want to get better, or they want to nurture you and give to you, right? Someone is really trying to push forward. It's very, very beautiful energy I'm seeing. The milestone is that there's a new beginning here, and it's like someone doesn't want you to worry. So I don't know if you really came through. If you have, this is your sign that someone, whoever you came through for, wants to come through for you, which is a beautiful karma to have. And it's not karma really, right? Because karma is a debt. It's dharma, right? That's a credit to you. It's like you did something beautiful and spirit wants to pay you for it, or give back to you, especially in your time of need, especially if you're in need. Right? So you could be dealing with a Leo, a Gemini, or another Gemini rather, or a Libra. We also have Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. So you could be a Taurus, Gemini cusp. You could be dealing with a Leo, Virgo cusp or a Virgo, Libra cusp. And yeah, if you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.